Have you ever wanted to do everything that everyone else does, but worse? Well, it must be Christmas because... Wait a minute. It is Christmas. Cool. Survivalist is a watered-down version of every class mixed together. They are the reluctant player who wants to fill the gap in the team by doing whatever the hell they want and then saying they are a field medic because they have healing aids.
Heal this.
No! That or they realize Survivalist has some of the wackiest weapons in the game, and one does not simply say no to lethal cauterization via lightning and lasers. Madman. You are going for the Commando Field Medic Gunslinger SWAT build, vomiting out ammo and healing just enough to not be harassed for your class. To accentuate this behavior, your reload speed for Mando, GS, and SWAT is increased, so you can dispense bullets with maximum efficiency. But you did promise that you would at least pretend to be a healer, so your next skill makes your healing more efficient. Don't worry, I'll heal you. And reduces the cooldown of your darts and syringe by 50%. And aiding both parts of your dichotomy is Ammo Vest, giving you 15% more munitions and the ability to use the most godly top-tier SSS legendary weapon in the game, the Medic Grenade. But relying on your grenades to cover your AoE bases is a poor decision at best. You are the Survivalist after all, and if you aren't using your high AoE Survivalist weapons, how are you going to show your face to Demolitionist ever again? Don't worry, I've got you covered. I copy-pasted the Zed Shrapnel skill from Firebug and removed the fire requirements. Now every time you get a kill, there is a 30% chance that your victim will involuntarily do their best dynamite impression, splattering their guts and bones into the eyes of any enemies nearby, either blinding them or killing them outright. But we want more deeps! During Zed time, you fire at 3 times speed. Yep, that's it. Fairly straightforward and in no way bad, but you don't get a bottomless magazine and your reload buffs aren't fast enough to keep up with your long-range exorcism of Zed's brains from their bodies. Your weapons are, well, let's be honest, they are kind of everything. But plot twist, Survey has a few dude-deaders of their own, and your half of the 4 weapons are the ones without HRG in the name, for only semi-arbitrary reasons. You guys know how this game works, you can do whatever you want. I killed that guy in the past. Starting off is the OG Survey weapon, the Freeze Thrower. A sci-fi fire hose that you insist on loading with canisters of liquid nitrogen. The frigid mist your science project spews out is enough to freeze any enemy solid in a matter of seconds. This results in maximum CC for minimum visibility. But making Zedsicles isn't the only thing this bad boy can do. Not only can you slick the floors to make Zeds slow down without their ice skates, but using middle mouse will fire out ice shards that cost 10 ammo. This is great for shattering your sculptures and pretending you're a support. But wait a minute, this is the CFM-GSS-WAT tree, not support. We need some rapid-fire action in this biznitch. So I present to you the Killer Watt, a triple helix of plasma energy mounted to a trigger. Firing this dismemberment hazard bombards your enemies with an assault of tiny lightning bullets that can inflict the EMP status effect. That's actually kinda lame. You'd expect a little more from the 2K cost.
Oh.
Using middle mouse switches you from assault rifle to fucking laser beam! You can charge up your beam to increase the damage and duration of your Ghostbuster laser, and if you are really, really uncertain about whether something deserves to have their atoms turned into the heavier elements, you can hold your charge as long as you want. Just be mindful that this sucker is impossible to aim, you can't get crits, and it pierces through enemies without damage fall off. So line them up and bore them in half with your handheld plasma cutter. Lockdown. You're not here for the heal and kill, you want to make booms and bangs with a side of sizzle and slash. To help you utilize weapons weighing more than a 3-year-old, your reload speed with Demolitionist, Sharpshooter, and support weapons is faster. But firearms aren't your only specialty. With your next skill, you move and swing faster when wielding a melee weapon, on top of having a 75% damage boost for your inertia-based trauma bestowment. But wait, there is still one more class. Firebug is in here too. Well, only on a technicality. You don't get any reload buffs or fire damage increase or anything like that, but you can equip a Molotov. This same skill gives you an extra 5 weight capacity, so you can carry more and bigger guns. Oh, what an excellent segue! Your next ability gives your explosive weaponry an extra 50% blast radius. And don't worry about unintentionally removing your limbs from your body. This skill also gives you increased explosion resistance. That paired with your global damage resistance means that not even the strongest nuke could blast you to bits. And that leaves us with the Z-Time ability. During Z-Time, you stun. Yeah, that's it. Your stun power is literally set to 10,000, and any damage you do stops Zeds in their tracks. Your weapons from the Survey roster are the wacky reskins from classes prior, starting with the HRG Locust, the one Survivalist weapon that doesn't have some sort of beam-type fire mode. You launch a barrage of missiles at your foes, though instead of being filled with gunpowder, nitroglycerin, or uranium, they are filled with mechanical locusts. At least, that's what the name implies. We all know what they actually are.
Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah!
Upon detonation, your projectiles will conjure swarms of bees to bore holes into your enemies. The swarm is stationary and will expire eventually, but before it does, it will do continuous damage and apply the bleed effect to hostiles. But that is only the story of what comes out of the missiles, not the vessels of destruction themselves. First of all, using middle mouse can switch the HRG Locust into lock-on mode, providing homing capabilities when scoped in. Additionally, the rockets themselves will do an astronomical 1 damage if they collide with an enemy, and will explode no matter how far they travel. And if that hasn't convinced you that these rockets are something special, you will take no damage from them and sirens cannot scream them to pieces. Leave it to Survivalist to ignore every rule of explosives in this game. And that leaves us with our final weapon, the HRG Arc Generator. Doing AoE with penetrations and explosives is cool and all, but we are playing Survivalist. We eat paint chips for breakfast and want to see what boundaries we can push in this game. Oh, what the... So instead of hitting multiple Zeds in a normal fashion, the Arc Generator conjures a beam of lightning that chains between Zeds. On top of that, using middle mouse will fire a ball of electricity out in a straight line. This sphere of lightning will do damage on impact and pierce through enemies, and while it is in transit it will send out bolts of energy to nearby Zeds. The ball has damage fall off for every Zed it passes through, but the zappies it gives off will stay consistent throughout its journey. And there you have it, each KF2 class and their respective weapons explained in both too much and not enough detail. Wait a minute. If you haven't yet, go to the community tab and participate in... If you haven't yet, go to the community tab and participate in the survey, and maybe subscribe while you're at it. Okay, bye.